Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel QA Junction. In this video, we are going to automate one of the popular e-commerce web application, BLINKIT, by using Selenium Java. By the end of this video, you are going to learn the concept of for loop. In addition to this, you are also going to learn to automate the e-commerce web application Auto-Suggestive Dropdowns, which are also known as Auto-Suggestive fields. Before moving forward, let's understand for loop first. In a nutshell, for loop is used to iterate over the web elements. You can iterate by giving the condition and increment. As you can see on my screen, I have declared the string of names in an array. My requirement here is I need to print all the names in output. How can I do that? I am going to use for loop. So write for, open the braces. Inside the braces, you need to declare the data type, integer, and you need to initialize the value first, I equal to 0. Next step is to give the condition I less than names dot length. I is less than names dot length because I is 0 and the names length is more than 0. Thus the reason I wrote I less than names dot length, and then we will give I plus plus. I plus plus is an increment. Open the curly braces. Inside this curly braces, you can write requirement. My requirement here is to print all the names in output, right? For that, I am going to write system.out.println. Open the braces, and inside the braces, I will be writing names of I. So this I starts with 0 and it will iterate through whole array. And one by one it will print here the names. First it is 0, it will print Sai, and then it will increment and it will become 1, then it prints Vinith, likewise all the names. Let's try to execute this. Right click and run as Java application. You can see all the names got printed. So this is the advantage of for loop. We can iterate as many times till the condition gets false. Recently, people have been using the advanced for loop. Let me show you that format as well. I am commenting this. So for that, you need to write for, open the braces, and here you need to write the data type. Our data type of array is string, right? string, string, and give the variable. Let's say I am giving it as print. You can give anything and give the colon and then write the name of your array, names. Same, open the curly braces, system.out.println to print it in output, and inside this you need to write print because we are storing all the values in this print variable and it is iterating every time it is storing the values in print. Save it and run. Right click, run as Java application. Output is same. This is pretty much about for loop. You can use any one of them in your automation. I am going to use advanced for loop in our automation. Now let's move on to automation. We need to land on this blinkit.com, and after landing on this blinkit.com web application, you can't select anything because we need to mandatorily select delivery location. Without that, you can't perform any action on this web page. Our test requirement is we need to land on this web page and type here the address, let's say Crossings Republic, and from this auto-suggestive list we need to select this Crossings Republic police station, Saint Vihar Crossings Republic. This is our requirement. After creating the Java class, the first step is to initialize and call the web driver. How can we set the Chrome driver? We have a method called system.setProperty. It asks us for two arguments. So in first argument, you need to write webdriver.chrome.driver because we are executing our test case in Chrome browser. And here in second argument, you need to give the path of Chrome driver which you have downloaded. So here is my Chrome driver in downloads. Just right click and copy the path. Paste it in the second argument. This is the very first step which we do. And second step is we will create an object to access the methods of WebDriver. WebDriver equal to new Chrome driver. To get rid of these errors, just mouse over on it and import the packages. Or you can also directly copy paste these two lines. You can see the error is gone. Now our first step is to navigate on that website. For that we will be using driver.get method. Here you can see you can paste the URL inside this method. Give the URL. After navigating to that website, it is taking at least 3 seconds to load. For that I will be giving thread.sleep 5 seconds. To get rid of these errors, just mouse over on it and add the throws declaration. After navigating on this web page, you need to type something in this location field, right? Just right click and get XPath for this. Inspect, and this is the HTML property which is highlighting that search delivery location field. Tag name is input / input. Attribute name is placeholder and value paste it in single quotes. It is exactly matching that search delivery location. Use it in your Eclipse. Driver.findElement by.xpath. Give the XPath. So I am going to store this in one web element. Web element location equal to get rid of this error, you need to just mouse over on it and import this package of web element from OpenQA Selenium. Now you can use this location to perform actions on that web element. So I want to type something in that input field. For that, location.sendKeys. So what I want to type? Crossings Republic. Let's give thread.sleep here as well, and this time we will be giving 3 seconds. Alright, so after entering crossings Republic here, these are all the auto-suggestive list which are getting displayed. So we need to grab the common XPath for all these addresses list. We are validating this very first one. So just you can take this inspector tool here and just move on to that element and click on it, and this is the HTML property which is highlighting. So we can write the XPath for this. This is falling under the parent tag which is div class equal to location footer. So I will be traversing from this div tag to this child div tag. How can I do that? /div @class equal to value should be enclosed in single quotes, and then I want to traverse here. Give space and same /div attribute is class and value should be enclosed in single quote. As you can see here, it is showing 1 of 5. So when we type crossings Republic, it is showing us 5 addresses. Just keep hitting enter. 2, 3, 4, 5. So total 5 addresses. We need to traverse from these all 5 addresses and select this third one which has police station, right? Use this XPath in your Eclipse. Driver.findElements. So I am using driver.findElements here. There is a difference between findElement and findElements. When you write the XPath, and that will only return you the one web element, that is findElement. When you write the XPath and that returns you the multiple web elements, then that is considered as findElements. Write the XPath which you grabbed by.xpath. I am going to store this in list of web elements. write down list and open the braces like this, inside which you need to write web element and store it in a variable. Let's say I am giving it as locations. To get rid of this error of list, just mouse over and import this java.util list. So list is used to store the list of web elements, and the format for that is this. Alright, let's use for loop, advanced for loop, to iterate over the locations and select the required location. For that, you need to write for, open the braces, inside you need to write the data type. So we have stored all that in locations, right, which is web element. So I am writing it as web element, giving the variable name as address. You can give anything, colon. We are going to iterate on these locations, so write here locations, open the braces. So here we need to give if condition, because our test requirement has a condition. We need to only select this crossing Republic Police Station sign Vihar, right? So after selecting that, JCJM plus 3H sign Vihar crossing, this will get displayed. So you need to write if condition, if. So all our iteration addresses will be stored in this address variable which we gave, right? So we are going to write address dot get text. Get text is used to get the text of an web element. Dot, there is a method called equals. Inside equals, you need to write the expected address. Copy this address, paste it in the if condition, open the braces. So if our address has this text, then we are going to write address dot click. After that, I am going to use break statement, because break statement is used to break the iteration from the loop. If the loop finds this, then it will not iterate again, it will break. So we have successfully wrote the code for selecting the address from Auto-Suggestive dropdown. Save it. Let's execute this. Right click, run as Java application. If you want to maximize this window of browser, you need to write one line of code, driver.manage.window.maximize. With this line, you can maximize automation browser. Right click, run as Java application. So it will enter the address in the location field, and your test case is getting stuck. It is not showing any auto-suggestive drop down here. The reason the auto-suggestive list is not getting displayed, because send keys will directly paste the whole string inside this input field all at once. That's the reason it is not displaying anything. So if you just use backspace, it will display. So for that, we have a method. After entering this crossings Republic, we need to perform backspace action. Location.sendKeys. We have a method keys.backspace. Now your test case will work as expected. So after entering, just give some wait here, save it. Now let's execute this. Right click, run as Java application. It will open the automation browser and it will enter the address which we gave, and then it will backspace one character and it will select that police station address, and you can see it is showing us saying we have crossings which we have selected, which we gave in our if condition. So this is pretty much about handling the auto-suggestive dropdowns, which are also known as auto-suggestive lists. Hope you understood. Thank you.